every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Almost as old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. To get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you are.
barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He's got it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Give to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention...
Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Taking it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah.
Breaks into the open. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for the pass.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
3rd down play from the gun. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. That fumble in Russ territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right?
Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
To the air on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Hester. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Play of the quarter coming. Takes a handoff and he's going right. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockney and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. Because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give. Running into the open space. He's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
To the air on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Find some room. Past the 20. Take it all away. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, throw the records out the window when Baylor and TCU fight to the finish. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys leading into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. Back to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Hester. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And on third down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage, and that allowed the offense to convert that third down.
Got his man. He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a second down play. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw again. Back open in the middle. And he makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over San Diego State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Michigan.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Toss sweep right. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ball and ready to get moving. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
To the ground, he's got it again. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on second down. Going to the running game. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
A 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Turns on the Jets. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today. They're up by a field goal over San Diego State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick release by the QB. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play is... Officials take a break to let him be checked out. As old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. There, but apparently it's fried the coach's brain. They've got the punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Start this drive firing. Whips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
By the receiver.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The RPO, it's complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Gets it to him on the screen. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They go to the draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Direct snap. Find some fresh air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Snap it to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Running to Green. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A little release to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to ball his way in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Irish! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Luis. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The pitch. There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Hansen. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
To the air on 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Gonna look downfield again. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Creates a little room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He'll take another shot here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down. Going forward, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Toss to the left. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes the easy completion. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll go with a direct snap. He breaks a tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football.
Turning it on! Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it will go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Gets it out fast. Shakes off the defender. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He's got him. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense not showing press coverage. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. To start this second half, they're lined up for an